All right, everybody. Welcome to, I think it's episode 27 of Happy Hour Live Chat. I'm Jerry with BigJ's Knives.
Going on, guys? Kevin, Boston Blade Reviews.
Hello, I'm Dave, the Singing Toad.
So we got a special guest this week.
Great guy.
The Singing Toad, the one and only, who's coming on Happy Hour Live Chat. He actually did RJ's Live with Kevin months ago. And then here lately, Kevin's been talking to me. He's like, hey, I've been trying to get in communication with Singing Toad. And I'm like, well, I can hit him up on Instagram too. And here this week, he got the message and was like, hey, I'm ready for it. So I definitely appreciate you coming on, man.
I appreciate that you guys having me. It's been a long time coming, and I really appreciate you guys inviting me on. So,
gotcha.
Thank you.
I've been thinking about having you on, and I was talking to Big J, Sing Toad, and that live with RJ just went great. So it's and you're always in the comments and everything like that. You have your own channel going, so this will be a good time,
And one thing I want to do off the bat here is I gotta thank people because we got so many people that are donating stuff. Of course, Randy with EDC Leatherworks, aka Georgia Adventure. He's our official sponsor of Happy Hour Live Chat. He always sends over great items. Jersey Knife Guy. We're still giving out stuff he gave away. We got something special tonight that everyone's going to love tonight that is coming from him. My buddy, Jesse McJames, he donated a bunch of stuff, and we're going to talk about something special tonight in a giveaway, a different kind of raffle we're going to do. And then North Star Knife Reviews. I just got a package yesterday, just out of the blue. He made 3 of these ferro rods. You put
those are cool.
Handles.
Those are cool.
So
I like those.
I got to give a huge thanks to those guys. So we'll show what we're going to do for the giveaway. My portion, I've got a set of things here, and that ferro rod's going to be one of them. But also, Singing Toad, do you want to show them what you got to give away? So we're going to have 2 tonight. I'll do one, and he's going to do one.
So we have a Buck 311 Kingsman. I don't know if you guys can see that or not there on the screen. Wait, what side is it on here? I'm all backwards here. Yeah, Buck 311's Kingsman. So this is a locking knife. So this giveaway will unfortunately be restricted to USA and Canada only. But yeah, that's going to be going away to one of you lucky guys.
So one lucky winner is going to win that knife from him. But whoever wins a Happy Hour Live Chat portion, I'm going to go through these items real quick. J.O.Ventures donated this cool little box cutter thing, man. This is like automatic. It sucks itself shut. Jersey Knife Guy actually got a J.O. slip and donated it. It's brand new, donated it to the channel. Of course, North Star's ferro rod. And of course, we got swag from Randy, EDC Leatherworks, and J.O. Randy donated this. Then we got some swag from North Star, and my buddy Jesse McJames sent those 2 decals. But Randy over EDC Leatherworks sent this awesome canvas bag. Now, this thing's killer. I love stuff like this. So whoever wins the HHLC portion is going to get this stuff. We'll do that at like an hour and 5 minutes. But something else we're going to do tonight. Okay, my buddy Jesse McJames donated this killer Kaiser Roach. And I can't flip it very well because of my finger. But it's a flipper tab knife.
A nice knife.
Look at the blade centering on it. Strike 3 down the middle. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to run this raffle for like 4 or 5 weeks. And all you got to do is type the word Kaiser into the live chat. So if you want to go ahead and type the word Kaiser in, anyone who types it in is going to get a raffle ticket. And after 4 weeks, on that 5th week, I'll have someone come in here and draw the ticket. So what I'll do is each day after the live chat, I'll go through. Whoever typed the word Kaiser will get 1 ticket. Don't do it more than once. You can only get 1 ticket per episode. And then at the 5th week, some lucky winner is going to get this bad puppy. Again, donated by Jesse McJames, my buddy who lives near me. We wheel and deal on axes and stuff. So thank him for that. So guys, type the word Kaiser in. And since we're going, Toad, what got you into knives, brother?
Ooh, well, I'd probably say that my what got me into knives was just being around family. I come from a long family of hunters and fishermen and whatnot. So, I mean, as a kid growing up, all of my, father, grandparents, uncles, even aunts for that matter, carried a knife of some kind, whether it was used for fishing or hunting purposes, and I was a wee lad when I got my first tiny little folding knife of some kind. And then when I was 10 years old, my dad gave me this little, actually, you know what? I have it somewhere here. Not that I get out, but it's a little imperial knife by the Bass Anglers Association.
Okay.
Of course, I'm into fishing, of course. So my dad actually used to do competitive tournament fishing years ago. So he got this knife and gave it to me when I was 10. And then when I was 16, I got my very first Buck 119, and that was kind of the first knife, that really started off for me. Actually, that is sitting right over here.
See, that's what I like. So I think I don't have my first ones, but he's got his first ones.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
so I've had this since I was 16 years old, and like I said, my other one, it's here somewhere. I just had to dig it out. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of what got me into collecting knives. Once I got the buck knife and I realized, the quality and the workmanship and, when I was in my early, or mid-teens and so on, I was like a typical teenager. I just collected knives because they looked shiny and cool. And I saw, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone wielding something cool in one of his movies. And I'm like, I want that knife. So I go to the garage sale or the flea market and I just buy something that was pointy and scary looking. Now, of course, I put a little more discernment into what I buy. So,
well, it's like me and Kevin.
A little more.
Well, me and Kevin were talking all day yesterday, and we're talking like we're going to make our purchases really count from here on out. And here I'm at Walmart today, and I went down that stupid sale aisle, and I'm like, hey, this is perfect to get giveaway items. And I sent pictures to you, Singing Toad. I sent them to Kevin. I sent them to Jersey, and I'm like, look at all this crap. Look at all this stuff I just ran into. It's just crazy that. How your mind just changes, but it's for giveaways, and a couple of them I'm going to send Kevin's way. I found the blue one I already did a video on, but I found this other at this Walmart where I found these. They have a whole nother section away from the knives, and I found this one here too. It's a spring assisted opener with like a Warncliffe blade, but it's like it's a frame lock, but it's running on like polymer washers as opposed to this one that's running on like bronze or what was that, bronze phosphorus?
Bronze phosphorus, yeah.
Bronze, yeah.
You can feel the difference too, I'm sure.
Yeah, and you'll get them. I left yours in the packages. I've already got them in the envelope to send to you, so you'll be getting them this week. With the mail starting on Tuesday. Probably have it by Friday or Saturday, but
appreciate it. Yep, thank you. Thanks, Jay.
Now I know that Kevin, you liked you hit it off with a Singing Toad there just because the bucks and things like that. So
yeah.
And Kevin actually got him a new buck this week, didn't you, Kevin?
A new what?
Didn't you get a new buck in the mail from somebody?
Yeah, I did, from some guy. Loving this thing. So you guys know that me and I don't know, a lot of you might know me and Big J did a trade, and can I talk about the trade?
Yeah, go for it. I don't care. So
I had this case here, the Warncliffe, the American Workman Series, and he was like, hey, I said to him, actually, I'm sorry, I told him I like this knife. This is the S30V, the special build out S30V with the light wood handles, awesome knife. And then I had this one here, the same money for both of these.
Yeah.
So he's more of I like Case, but he's more of a Case guy than I am, and me and the Bucks. So it was just a perfect trade, absolutely perfect trade. I had this one, and I actually ended up buying another one. Right? He sent me a brand new knife, so I wasn't gonna send him mine that was used. So I got one brand new, sent it his way. That's already in the mail going to him. So he's gonna end up with one of these here, guys. Let me talk to you for a minute about this knife. If you guys can get your hands on one of these, this is a great looking knife with the Warncliffe blade. Absolutely fantastic looking knife. And I know I've showed it before on the channel, but and I've showed it on the live before too. But just that blade just looks so mean. I mean, it's stylish, and it's just a mean looking blade. You have the flag, the American flag there, in the case shield. It's nicely built, nice knife. But as far as the buck goes, yeah, this is the special build out in the S30V, and I'm loving those handles. Can you zoom in on that one, Jay?
Yeah, let me. Oh, sorry, I ain't paying no attention, man. I'm over here typing and just.
No, you're good. You're good. But those are the hand. I love the
Guilty
light.
as charged.
Yeah.
Yeah, the light wood on this is real nice. Love the way that this looks right over here. I like the way that looks. You know, and then you got, as I said, you know, that Boss S30V. It's not really coming in, but you guys can see it enough. Just a beautiful knife. So that's the trade that me and Big J did right there, and it's right on the money. You know, and we're both happy with it. So it was a great trade.
Yeah, Singing Toad, he was offering me some crazy stuff for that knife, and I'm like, dude, I just want a straight money up trade. And I knew he had that American Workman, and I was like, I don't know if I want to ask for that. And then, but I was like, yeah, I'm going to ask him for that one. And he ended up buying me a brand new one. So I was like, hell, it's a great heads up, even money trade, which is, and you were going to get that knife eventually anyway. I'd been thinking about it for a long time. I sent you that video just to make sure you were okay with it, and you were like, send it my way, bud.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You wait too long on those deals, man. They're gone. You can't wait. You can't. You know, I'm talking about from Buck when they did that.
Yeah.
You know, I waited like 10 minutes too long, and they were sold out.
So Singing Toad, I seen you over there scrambling for something. That's why I kind of changed over to Kevin there real quick. So what were you digging for over there?
Oh, I was just digging out that knife, the very first one that I had there. Sorry. So
that's okay. I want to see
it. So try and hold it up to my camera there. I apologize. My lighting is so crap here, guys. I really do apologize. Okay. I probably look like really washed out. Unfortunately, I've got a window that's like right straight behind me, and you know, at this time of the day, the sun basically shines right in it. So,
so anyway, that was your very first knife.
So this was I got this when I was 10 years old. It wasn't per se my very first knife because I honestly can't remember what my very first knife was. But this was like the first kind of knife that my folks gave me. You know, my dad gave it to me on a fishing trip. You know, and it's a lock back, and you know, so it was kind of, you know, like a father-son type gift. You know, like, hey, you know, I can trust you now to have a knife without cutting your fingers off. Little did he know.
Oh, and so, we got to give a shout out to Mike Curtis, $10. Thank you very much, Mike. Greatly appreciate it.
Very good, Mike. I just wanted to quickly say that I appreciate that Mike Curtis comments on like everyone's videos. I see this guy everywhere. Like that's super awesome. So
yeah,
good on you, man.
Yeah, and he support. I was in RJ's earlier, and until I had to leave, and he was donating money over there too. So he's just a great supporter, definitely, of the community.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Toad, let me ask you. So, I also know you're into a lot of modern folders too. I see you. Like I try to watch every single one of your videos. You know, I can't get them all, but I try to watch and comment on them. And I see you with tons of like good, decent modern folders. So what's some of your favorite modern folder stuff you got there?
Well, what I'm carrying in my pocket right now is the Spyderco Native 5 Lightweight.
Ooh.
And this is in the Magna Cut, CPM Magna Cut. Ooh,
yeah, we're going to talk about that video too.
So don't worry, I've got the brick thrown out in the backyard now. So
I love it.
I'm not going to be taking no knives against bricks today, guys. Not in this video. But yeah, so that's my most recent kind of one. But I also have.
Singing Toad, real quick, isn't that a great knife?
Absolutely, the Native 5, yeah. You know, and in any flavor for that matter. This is the fancy one in the Magna Cut. They also have it in Maximate. They have it in. I think there's Rex 45. There's K390. There's ZDP 189. I mean, Spyderco just makes it in every flavor of steel you can think of.
They do. They do.
S30V, BDN1. The list goes on ad nauseum. So. If you have a particular steel you enjoy, Spyderco probably has it in that steel.
And they're not, and I'll tell you what, they're not crazy expensive either. They're not.
No, they're really, really not. No.
I was looking at that knife. So where I went to get this here, right? This is the Spy 27. I was looking at that. They wanted $10 more for the Magna Cut than the Spy 27. That was it. It was $10 more. And I like the blue on this. And Spy 27 it's similar to an S30V.
Yeah, it's somewhere in between S30, S30 5V and somewhere in there. Yeah, similar.
I'm doing an edge test on it. This stuff holds up, man. I love it. But it's a great knife. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, the edge retention capabilities of MagnaCut, very high.
Yeah.
Since I put my own edge on this thing, I've not even had to strop it yet. Like, it's just razor sharp, and I've been cutting everything I can think of.
Now, I mentioned this last week, but I want to recommend people go watch his sharpening video on that knife. He had to dull it first. Don't get irate on what he did, because he did a great job of putting your own edge on it. Really, I mean, you dulled it with a brick. You went through step by step. I like your setup. I like the vise with the Lansky system.
Yeah, that's a little hobby vise that I got quite some time ago. I got actually for I was going to get into fly tying, and then I gave that up.
Yeah. But I mean, it keeps it stable. You know, I have a precision adjust, and they're totally plastic. You know, you have very little metal on the actual system itself, so you got to kind of hold it with one hand and run it with the other one. But dude, you done a great job. I watched the whole thing, and that morning while I was at work, I was eating some breakfast, and I go in early so I can get things kind of moving, so everyone isn't coming in with, oh, what's going on? And I just sat there and watched that, and it was a little longer, but I appreciated it, and I thought it was a great video, and I recommended last week on the live. I think I told people they need to go watch that, because
I really do appreciate that. I've had a lot of traffic on that video, and there's been a few people who saw it. Actually, Choir Boys Outdoors, I was shocked he saw it, and he actually made a community post about me on his channel there. I was floored by that. I was like, "What? His Scab actually watched my video and thought that was cool?" So, I really appreciate the support, and I'm blown away by that. I'm humbled.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like sharpening because they're a little longer. I like doing them, but people don't want to watch 40 minutes of you going. So, I mean, if you can get it down to 15, 20 minutes, maybe, but if you can get it down to 12 or 10, it's even better. But I like watching them, and I like doing it because I'm just a fan of sharpening. But I thought it was a great video.
I like watching them. I love sharpening them, but I love watching them as well.
Yeah.
Well, I learned how to sharpen from my grandfather mostly, who was a butcher by trade, and let me tell you what, he knew how to put a sharp edge on a knife. But I also, and that was for hand sharpening. But then once I started getting into guided rod systems, I watched what other people were doing, and I'm like, I'm sitting here with an Arkansas stone, and not that I have anything against that. I still like to use it every now and again. And my bigger knives, I sharpen my bigger knives on the Arkansas stone because they don't really fit in the Lansky system at all. So, but yeah, the guided systems, they're almost idiot proof, and since I'm a professional idiot, it works very well for me.
Yeah, they do make it dummy proof, kind of fail safe. You just got to, like you said, be careful around the tip.
Yeah, that's one place you can mess up on. Or if you let the stone, if you're going a little too quick and you twist the stone, the edge of the stone will claw into your blade, and then you'll be like, ah.
Yeah. I got those a set of DMT diamond stones. I love them for freehand sharpening, as long as you got a stone holder.
DMT.
Yeah, the stone holder. If you're using stones, get a stone holder. It's makes it so much easier if you're used to, if you like hand sharpening. So that's just my take on it. So Toad, what else you got there? I mean, I know you're a buck guy, and I know that you're a good modern guy, but I also know here recently you've took a deep dive down the old case rabbit hole, we should say, and I know you've been picking up some. Have you got a favorite one yet?
Well, yeah, actually, where is it here in my pocket? I've been carrying the case Sodbuster Jr. here. So
great knife.
And so there's that guy right there, and that's in the carbon steel. And actually, you can almost kind of start to see the patina forming on the blade there. Yep. I don't know if you can see that or not. See how it's kind of like, whoops, I almost just nicked myself. Gosh darn. I literally just put a cut in my nail. You gotta watch what I'm doing here, but you can kind of see the patina there on the blade if I can hold it up a little closer.
Yeah,
it's starting to develop a wee bit of patina there. But yeah, this is just one of those knives that if you don't have one, you don't get it.
I think, Kevin, do you have a yellow one? I don't know if you have a yellow one or not. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but you need to show your bone one, because if you guys want to see some damn patina.
The what one?
The bone one you got. If you guys want to see some patina, check this puppy out.
This is one of my favorite ones right here. This is a beautiful knife, but the bone on there, you can see that patina at the top, but I'll pull this open for you. Nice snap.
Yeah, because you were cutting an apple here about 20 minutes ago with that bad puppy.
I sure was, but I cut everything with this. I cut everything. That's not dirty. That's all patina.
Yeah. And of course, you know, we can't forget about, and we talk about these knives every live we do. We talk about this one that old Pete sent around to everybody. Well, not everybody, but you know, a lot of us. And of course, I started putting a teener on her as soon as I got it. But I know Kevin, you got one as well.
It was me, you, it was a few people that got them. Yep, a little bit of patina on there.
Yeah, we got to give the shout outs.
It's a good knife.
And Pete was talking today that he was watching RJ's. Of course, after I left, I watched it for probably over an hour. But he said that some people's got some pretty cool marbles Barlows out there. So I'm going to have to keep my eye out for those. But again, I got to do a plug. Put the word Kaiser in the live chat if you haven't done that already. After 4 episodes, we'll do a drawing on the 5th episode to see who wins this Kaiser Roach. Look at that bad boy.
That's
Donated
nice
by
knife.
Jesse McJames, who's probably in the live chat right now.
I love the shape of that thing, especially even when you close it. It's like oval shaped.
It's a monster. It is a pocket dropper for sure, bud.
Yeah. I like Kaiser. Kaiser makes some nice knives. They really do.
You have the Kaiser Hiccup, right?
That's one of my favorite. I'll tell you that. Yeah, right here. If you guys are looking for a fidget, I said this last time, but if you guys are looking for a fidget, this is a fidget monster right here. I love this. The scales on it. It's a button lock Kaiser, but you can just deploy this so many ways. They actually give you the thumb stud here that you can take off or put on. You can deploy it that way. You can leave it just with the hole. You got the button down here. I mean, you have everything. You can flip it from up here, but there's so many ways to deploy this knife. If you guys are looking for a nice, fidget knife, this would be it. And it also comes with a really nice blade shape. This is in 154 cm. Nice knife.
Singatoe, do you got any of those Kaisers?
I don't actually. I don't own a single Kaiser knife. I'm embarrassed to admit. There's a long laundry list of knives that I don't own yet. I'd like to get. Kaiser's one of them. I still haven't got a brother knife yet. I want to get a GEC, a Jack Wolf knife. That's on the list too. There's several of them. It's just a matter of when you got the money to spare kind of thing.
I finally put a GEC in a video. Well, I've done videos playing all my GECs, but that synthetic 6, that Thrifty, the open tag that he put out, I had to put my old.
I have my response ready. I just haven't edited it and put it up yet.
I think I put my 35. Yeah, my Johnny on the spot in it. I had to. You got to get some eye candy in there once in a while for the people who want to see it. You got to use a little eye candy. So
there's nothing wrong with that.
Nah, got to throw it in there once in a while. So what other knives are you kind of into over there, Toad? Like what's your go-to? Like if you're going out for a day, so you said you grew up around hunters and fishermen and stuff like that. What are you putting on your hip or in your pocket?
Well, typically for a folding knife, it'll just be anything I just happen to grab. As of right now, like I said, I'm carrying this one here. But for this one's still my absolute favorite, which is the Spyderco Tenacious in the S35 VN blade steel, and it's in blue, which is my favorite color. I'm actually debating on getting another Native 5 in blue just to swap the scales. I'll put the yellow on the Spy 27 or the BDN one, the cheap one, and then I'll have the blue on this. But yeah, no. So this is still my favorite Spyderco knife to date, and this is what usually winds up in my pocket. But then as far as on my hip, well, it's going to probably be, for the longest time, it was my Buck 119. But where is my, this guy right here? This is my Joker Nomad.
That's nice.
And this is a full convex grind knife. And believe you me, this thing is absolutely razor sharp. Convex grinds are very misleading because everyone who I hand this knife to, they think it's dull until they slice their thumb wide open on it.
Yeah.
Because it is very, very, very sharp. just glides effortlessly through anything. So if we take one of these little dastardly three-eyed spiders here, and we can just come in here like this, and like nothing. So
Yeah, people don't understand. I'm a bark river. You know, I got a few bark rivers, and you know, I can sharpen convex and all that jazz, and you know, people don't kind of know what they're getting into when they, you know, when they're buying those things and whatnot. But you know, I got this. I've sent this knife to a few people. I've sent it to Doom Crew. I think I've sent this to Kevin. This
That's
is a little,
nice. I love that knife.
it's a little ultralight bushcrafter, but like you said, unless you shine, and I sharpened this myself, so I, you know, really went to town with some compound and stuff down towards the edge, so you get a little bit of sheen. But oh, I need to do it where you can see it, right? Hold on. It just slices right through it. You know, you just can't believe what you can do with a convex grind until you get it in your hand and know how to sharpen it and know what to do with it. So
yeah, I actually sharpened mine with a mouse pad and sandpaper.
yeah, I use a sanding block and just flip it upside down and then put it in a vise. So it's basically the same, you know, the same kind of way to do it.
Have you sharpened that knife yet since you've used it on all that? I think you used it on hog and everything else, right?
No, that's my gunny. That's the
yep.
That's
The
probably
gunny's nice. I like the gunny.
That's this one. I haven't sharpened it. I've only stropped it since butchering a whitetail, 2 whitetails and a hog.
Yeah. Yep.
And I've sent this around to a few people too, so I don't even know if it'll. We'll see if it'll go through paper. I don't know if it will or not, but I mean, can only see. But
yeah, she still cuts. Was
Wow.
that a 3V?
That's after. No, this is A2, man. That's
A2
how
is really good steel.
That's how good the heat treat is on this knife. Now, you seen that 3V a second ago. I need to strop that because, you know, it's been around to a few people, and I don't know if it's been stropped after I got it back or not. But I did strop this one, and I just got this. I sent it to you, Kevin. I sent it to Kim at Last Chance Knives. But I haven't sharpened this since I had the had Bark River customized for me.
Yeah, because I remember when you sent that to me, I remember I sliced some paper with it just to see how the edge was, and that thing sliced right through. And you told me, you said, I didn't even sharpen it. I butchered this and I butchered that. And I was like, wow, that's steel right there, man. That's a good heat treat and a good, very good edge on that.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable. For A2.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, it is. It's great.
If we're going to talk about an A2 knife.
Let's see it. Oh, what is that?
This is an A2 tool steel, and I made this myself.
Oh, nice. Wow. You made that?
I made this knife, yes.
Wow, man. Great job.
I call this the Beast.
And, I would too.
It's a 1/4-inch thick A2 tool steel. And I had I sent it to a company in Toronto to do the heat treat on it because I'm not equipped to heat treat A2. A2 to heat treat it properly is a bit of a fiddly heat treat. And but yeah, they told me it's heat treated to between 1661 HRC. That's what they told me. So
that's pretty good then.
Yeah, this thing is an absolute monster.
That's a beast, man, huh?
Yeah, absolute beast. It's heavy too. I don't even know how much it weighs. I should weigh it one of these days just to find out how much it weighs.
So let me ask you,
work with that?
Pardon?
Go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
I was just going to say if you had a video of you doing any like hard use work with that thing.
There's a video that I did a little while ago where I was just chopping some stuff in the backyard with it. Just me noodling around. I normally don't do videos like that because that's just not what I really do. But
yeah.
And you know, every time you do a chopping video like that, there's always some smart that comes in the comments. That's not what the knife's meant for. Use an axe. Well, yeah, I know. Okay, like I know. Thank you.
I've never said that.
I've never said that either.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I wanted to ask you, how long does it take you to put something together like that?
It took me a summer basically. So I started working on it from, I want to say just after start of June and around tail end of August is when it was done. And I was working on it like not every single day and not 8 hours a day, but you know, a few hours here and there. The biggest part was even though the steel I had wasn't heat treated before I got it, because I got it from a local machine shop, it was still hard to work with. It was very tough. and actually wore out like 2 files just trying to put the bevel on it. And I'm just working in my garage. Like I don't have like a machine shop or anything like that, with like high powered diamond cutters and things, So had I had access to that, I would have probably done it in a matter of a week, maybe. But
Yeah, but you got a lot of hours in it, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something like that doesn't just happen overnight. You know what
no,
I mean? So,
no, not at all.
Right, I know that. Yeah. That's excellent, man. You did an excellent job on that. That's and you sent it to a company, obviously, for the heat treat, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you said, okay. That's awesome, man. Great.
Yeah. Because like I said, the A2 is it's a trickier type of steel to heat treat to do it correctly. Because I believe it's an air hardened steel, and you have to know what you're doing. If you don't get the tempering process right, it won't hold an edge and it'll break on you. It has to be done right by people who know what they're doing. So
absolutely. Now,
go ahead.
Do you go traditional way at all? Do you carry any traditionals, or do you collect any traditionals?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I just a viewer of mine actually just sent this guy. This is a Queen Cutlery. What do they call this? Trapper.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and this is in the saw cut bone, and I've been carrying this a little bit. Very, very nice knife. But what I've actually been carrying more than anything else is my little Rough Rider canoe.
That's nice.
And this one's in the not O1 tool steel. What is it in? It's T10 carbon. That's what it is. T10 carbon steel.
Yeah, Jersey sent me one of them Rough Rider canoes, man. They're nice.
Yeah, and it too starting to develop patina as well.
Oh, it's carbon steel on that one?
Yeah, the carbon steel T10 carbon. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a dandy little knife, and
half stops and everything on it.
Yes, the half stops are very nice. Actually, the Queen Cutlery also has half stops, which I do enjoy because it just gives you that little bit of confidence when you're closing the knife. It's not just going to snap down on your fingers,
Yeah, I love Queen knives.
Let me ask you, what do you like about the Tenacious? Because I have one myself. All right, why do you go to it so much? I'm just kind of curious.
I don't know. It just fits my hand correctly. I don't know. It's the way it feels in my hand. I like the fact that the blade it comes all the way here, and it doesn't need a forward finger control because this ramp, I'm close enough to the blade that I've got good control. Exactly. I also like the fact that it's got a 90-degree spine, so I can actually use this to scrape a ferrocerium rod.
Yep.
And for those who who don't know, but the inside of the spidey hole is also good to put a ferrocerium rod through, so you can scrape a ferrocerium rod that way, even on the models that don't have a 90-degree spine. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah, because I've recommended that knife. I've had people at work and they're looking for a nice, good size folder, and I've recommended the Tenacious to them. It's a good knife. Yeah,
and the regular Tenacious isn't all that expensive. Well, I mean, Spyderco's prices keep going up and up and up like everyone else does these days. But
compared to everything else,
compared to everything else, it's not a bad price to get into Spyderco, and it's a well-made knife, right? So, yeah, I don't know. It's just, to me, I just like the feeling of it. And a lot of people hate on FRN. I actually like FRN because it's grippy even in wet conditions. Being out on the riverbank fishing, if I just landed a trout and I've got fish slime all over my hand, well, this isn't going to fall out of my hand,
Absolutely.
Holding onto some fancy dancy wooden handled knife is going to slap right out of your hand, So.
My fishing knife. This is what I use for. I put it in my pocket. I got that lanyard on there to pull it up real fast, and I love it.
I love it. It's a great knife. I like
Spyderco for what you pay for what you get.
Hey, I got an army colored one too.
Yeah, we all got them. I mean, me and Kevin and you, we're just all fans of the pair of 3, I believe. Do you have a pair of 2, Toad?
Well, that's what that was, the pair of 2.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I got the pair of 3, and I got the 3.
I've got the big brother. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have the pair of 3 that's on the list as well.
Yeah, pair of 3, I think, is a little bit more EDC friendly.
Now, I did recently acquire a knife that I know is something you guys definitely love. If I know we were going to talk about some bucks today. I thought that was the topic, right?
Well, we can, yeah, sure, bud.
I just got myself a brand new one in here as a gift from my brother, and this is a 112.
Oh, nice. Man! And
I finally have one. I've never actually had a proper 112 in my collection, so there we go. And just look how pretty this thing is, right? Like I haven't had a new old buck in a long time, if that makes any sense. So,
you can't lose with a 112.
you know, and it's just, what I got to say is that if you just watch here with my hand, look at that. It just fits my hand absolutely perfectly. Like,
Yep.
you know, it's just a dandy little knife, and I can't be even more happy. You know, of course, is that the 110 you have there, or is that a 112?
It's a 12 with finger grooves.
Okay.
So
You see how that front holster curves around your finger?
Yeah, it don't have a real pronounced.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does.
Yeah. But you are 100% correct with the size and the classiness of these 112s. I mean, it's insane. I always knew I wanted one, and Kevin kept pushing me to get one, and I had Lee order me one, and he got me this one, and because I wanted one with finger grooves, and he pulled through.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
So I had the 110, for example, just to show the size difference. And I've had this 110 since I was like in my early 20s. This was a gift from my parents. And you know, my brother got me this one for my birthday, and I'm just floored by it, you know, because it's just such a beautiful knife. And you know,
and you drew the thumb stud on the 10, huh? The 110.
I did put a thumb stud, and I'll probably wind up getting a thumb stud for this too, because I do intend to carry this guy. It's not just gonna be a safe screen.
No, hey, Code, don't do that. I'm going to tell you what you need to do.
Uh-oh.
and Kevin's probably going to know what I'm going to show you. If you like the 112, you have got to get one of these.
Oh, don't do that to me.
I'm telling you.
Got it.
It's no. I went from carrying a pair of 3 as my EDC to one of these, and
yeah, I know. Every time I see you guys showing off that dang thing, I'm like, I so badly want that.
You know what it is? It's the handle. The handle's thicker, right? So if you look at the thickness of that, right? When you're using this knife, you know if something's too skinny, it'll actually hurt your hand if it's too skinny. Right. If you're trying to whatever you're doing, you don't get that with this because of the handle. You know, just how thick that handle is. You get a really, really nice purchase on this knife. You got plenty of handle here, where any size is going to fit within this hand. It's really any size hand's going to fit in there. And it has the same thing. It has that front curved bolster at the front, but it's the handle that makes all the difference. And with that micarta just makes it so comfortable. It's a fantastic knife.
And micarta is nice how it over time it sucks in the oils from your hands, and it tinas, if you will. You know, it develops a tina.
If you look at this here, this didn't come this color.
Nope.
This came. It was it was more of this color here, but you see it behind the pocket clip. If you can see back there.
Yeah, you can see it there. Yeah.
So you look at that color compared to this color here. It's a big difference. You know, so it makes it your own knife. You know, the patina on it.
But I'm telling you, Toad, if you have any DLT rewards points, so I did. So I got that knife for $99. But also through Buck, I think if you sign up for their email and text alerts, you can get 10% off. But that knife changed my everyday carry. I was carrying a pair of 3 every day. Kevin sent me that just to check out. And after having his knife for one day, I went on and used my DLT rewards points and picked it up for $99, and I didn't look back, man. I'm telling you.
Fantastic knife.
Yeah. I've got a buck dealer in my town here, and a local vendor, and they've got one of those in the display case. They've actually got a few of the Pro Series, and then within half an hour from where I live, we also have a Cabela's, and they carry all that stuff too. Yeah, it's just every time I look at it, I'm like, nope. Can
I ask you what are they asking for them up there? Like what kind of?
They're in the 300 range.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They're around 300. Yeah.
Give me $100. I'll meet you at the border.
Yeah.
Jesus,
I mean,
$100.
Yeah, that's what they're at. They're around that price. Yeah. Well, I was at Cabela's not too long ago, and Cabela's has their own version of the Buck 119 that has a Cocobolo handle, and it has a black blade, and it's S35 VN, and it's $329, something like that. Yeah. They're all the entire Pro Series. All of them are sitting in between 250 and 300 something. Yeah.
Well, they got a lot of dust on them because they can't sell the damn things for that.
Well, they do move. It just, it's just here again. Everything costs more, right? So,
yeah,
it's all relative to us. So, I mean, you grew up just getting used to it, and other countries around the world where they have really expensive cost of living, it's the same thing to them as well. Like I know any of these American knives probably over in the UK are probably very expensive, right? So,
Well,
Yeah, that's true. That is
well,
true.
if that's 300, what the hell does something like this run you? What is it?
get around the same price actually. Yeah, you're about 250, 300. Yeah.
See, that makes no sense to me because to me, I would think that the Buck Sport Pro would be a lot cheaper. I thought maybe you were going to say 150 or 160.
No.
You said 300. I was like, what the hell,
Yeah.
man?
Well, that's the thing. You know, whatever you guys are showing off your fancy pretty knives, and I'm sitting there, but I open up a Canadian website, and I go, hey.
And that's the only problem, man. Because I would love to be able to send knives to Canada, but you know, for example, right? For example, say I send somebody a Spyderco, they're gonna confiscate that.
Yeah.
They're gonna confiscate that, you know. And I've had people say, "Oh, you can't send to Canada." It's not that I can't send to Canada. I can send to Canada, but why am I gonna send a knife that's gonna get confiscated, right?
Yeah.
It just
No, it's
doesn't
definitely
make
not
sense.
worth your effort. Like there's certain things that'll get through no problem. Like for example, well, as an example, the case Sodbuster, it came from the US, and you know, it was like a slip joint that basically cannot be flicked open. So what
Right.
the CBSA basically what they determine is, let me just grab a knife here. So something like this, we're talking Spyderco, okay? So what their test is they can open the knife like this, and if they can do that, it banned. They can't do that. They'll take that. But if you take, you know, your traditional knife and you open the blade up, you know, Hercules wouldn't be able to flick that open, you know?
Right.
So something like this has no problem because this can't be flicked open, you know? Whereas, you know, your modern day folding tactical knife can be flicked open. So
what about a 110 or a 112? Would they accept that?
I would probably say no, because depending on how loose this, I mean, when they're brand new, they're kind of stiff, but you know, if they did the test and it did flick open, then they would confiscate it. So
yeah, and that's I feel bad sometimes because I can't send knives to Canada. And like I said, it's not that I don't mind sending it to Canada, to the UK, to Japan. I don't care where it's. If you win something, you win something. But if something like a Spyderco, for example, if that's going to get confiscated, why would I risk losing $120, $130 knife? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. Now, fixed blades, on the other hand, aren't a problem as long as they're not double-edged. And there technically isn't a law against the double-edged. It's just that they're scary looking, and they'll probably just grab it on the fact that it's scary looking, which is just anti-sensical. But you know, but any like a fixed blade, like if you were sending like a Mora companion or something, no problem.
Well, you see what Jersey Knife Guy just said. He just said, he said I sent Stuart Harvey a package and they ripped it open and took, you know, half the contents. So
yeah, so it depends on what they were looking for, and the other thing too is it's people that are doing that, right? So it's up to their individual discretion. So if the person who's opening the package goes, I don't like these contents, you know.
I actually heard that. I've heard that. I was watching a video someone did on actually UK. It was the UK, but I believe it's probably similar with the UK and Canada on what they do. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I know it might be different laws, but if they don't like it, they'll say no. You can't have it. So
yeah, the other way around it, and I see that MBEDC in the comments is asking about can you tighten the pivot screw here? And I've heard of trying that. That sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, because if there's dual ball bearings on both sides, you can tighten that all you want till you strip the screws out, and it'll still spin freely. So it depends on the knife whether or not that trick works.
Now I don't understand what. And Gerbs, don't take this the wrong way. I'm just trying to figure out what you mean, bud. So he said that's why you need to pay for 2 times the shipping to get anything cool to Canada, and I don't understand what that means. Do you know what that means, Singing Toad?
Maybe he's referring to dismantling the knife and sending it in 2 parcels, because that is a trick you can do as well.
Oh, I've heard of people doing that, but
I've never heard of it. That's why I never heard of it. I was just trying to clarify.
Listen, I was in the post office and filling out one of them custom forms. I was about ready to blow my lid, and then the lady like put in something wrong, and it was like a half-hour process, and I was about ready just to blow the package out into the damn parking lot. But it's just frustrating that you can't just do it like we do. You know what I mean? And I understand that there's customs and laws and all that. So, but I did send Gerbs one of these last year, And this was a $6 knife, right? I sent him this. I sent him.
Yeah, I've seen Jerbs show that on his channel actually. And I think I just saw my career said something. I sent Jerbs a case knife, and it's in Canada now. So, it's not impossible to send stuff to us. It's just that you're just keep in mind you are taking a risk. So don't send anything that you're not prepared to lose.
And my problem was I sent him a knife. It was $7, and then I bought a hammerhead for $1 off a guy at a flea market, and some decals. Just my swag. So that little bit of stuff, I paid $28 for the shipping. So I sent $10 worth of stuff, and it cost me $28 to get it there. So that's another thing you got to be wary of too. Is it's just going to be extra in shipping charges too. You're talking about 2 boxes, then you're paying that double amount to get those items up there as well. So
right.
Yeah, it's not cheap to send anything anywhere outside of Canada because I've sent a couple of packages now to the U.S. I've sent J.O.Ventures a knife. I sent the 500 subscriber giveaway winner a knife, actually 2 knives, and I sent someone else a knife. I forget now who it was, but I've sent total of 3 knives now to the U.S. and it's like $20 to $25 each and every time I do that. So
it's crazy.
And what I do kind of find funny though is just regular postage. So if I'm sending a letter to the States for like a sticker swap, for example, it costs me like $1.30 per stamp. Whenever I see someone sending a stamp back from the States, it's like $1.50, and I'm like, that's US. That's even more expensive than $1.30 here in Canada.
It's $1.50 for a letter to go anywhere. International is $1.50. Like if I'm going to send a letter to Japan, wherever, it's just $1.50 stamp you pay.
Also, they must be using international stamps and just sending it to Canada.
And BC Jerbs just said it's a 50-50. If customs wants to check it, they will charge you just to look at your packages, usually $20 each time. So there's a lot that goes in. There's a lot involved.
Yeah, like I said, the thing with if you're going to send a knife to Canada, that's a decision you have to make, and you have to be prepared to lose the knife in the process. But if you, like I said, if you send like a slip joint, a traditional slip joint, I'm going to say like with fairly good confidence that it'll make it through, no problem. Like Rosecraft is sending their slip joints to Canada, and they're coming through no problem, for example. And they're slip joints, right? So same with Case and Sons. And then of course, if it's a fixed blade, as long as it's not a scary looking fixed blade, it'll get here because those don't violate any current restrictions by the CBSA.
So fixed blades are no problem.
Yes, as long as it's not like a real scary looking one, even though technically it's still not illegal. It's just that someone there just might interpret it as being not allowed, But if it's like a regular old hunting knife, you send a buck 119. This will come through, no problem.
Well, talking about again, fixed blades.
I'm not a legal expert, guys, so please don't take what I'm saying as law. Like, hey, Singing Toad said it would come through, and now it's no.
So Singing Toad, what else you got there, man? What else you got there?
Well, what do you want to see?
He's got a scary looking fixed blade. I know.
I want to see a scary looking fixed blade, brother. You got one already. You showed it to us.
Oh, you want to see the 124? Okay.
Yeah. Right. That's what
Twist my rubber arm while you're at it. Eh? Of course, Kevin's got one of these.
Oh yeah,
man.
Love it.
Look at the shine on that, eh?
Awesome.
I don't know how well if the camera's picking it up, but you see the tint on that blade there on the edge. Because I recently sharpened this thing, and that was a chore and a half. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, the regular 420 HC steel that Buck uses with the Paul Boss heat treat holds a good edge. And it is a little tougher to sharpen than regular 420. So if you've ever sharpened like a Gerber or a Leatherman in 420, they sharpen a lot easier than Buck's 420. Buck's 420 is slightly harder, and that's due to the heat treat.
Gotcha. But, they do a great heat treat.
This thing is this is a beast of a knife, and I still haven't had it out in the bush yet. It's still pretty right now. I'm almost afraid to muck it up, but it'll get out there with me eventually, and put it through its paces.
Well, that's another thing about these about this knife is I can sharpen it, and it'll run a lot longer than my Benchmade 940 in S30V. It'll just hold an edge longer. I think the Boss heat treat is they've got it dialed in so good.
Well, if I can mention one thing, there's a YouTube channel called what is it called? It's Cedric and Ada Gear and Outdoors. and it's hosted by an Australian bloke named Pete, very funny guy, and he does these rope cutting tests. And he has actually tested head-to-head like a Benchmade in S30 versus a buck in S30, and the buck performed better. You know? He actually even says in his laundry list of steel tests that, you know, buck's 420 is okay, everyone else's 420 is kind of so.
Well, I know, Singing Toad, me and you were kind of talking about this. I'm not sure when we were communicating about it, but you were talking like, hey, I really want to kind of shout out some newer channels out there. What's a newer channel out there that you've been watching because I've got one that I've been watching, and he might be in the comments here, but what's one you've been watching lately? That's
I've got it's funny you mention that, because I've got a little ticket here with some channels written on it, just in case you were to ask me, I could do some shout outs. See, I was planning ahead. So a brand new channel that just kind of started up is called Gunslinger Cal. And then also Pocket Knives and Harmonicas.
Yes.
And Watch City Knives. Just 3 off the top of my list right there.
Watch City Knives. I can't wait till Sean gets back in action for us. But there's a guy I've been watching, and he sounds just like people where I'm from, and that's Terry's Knives and Man Stuff.
Yeah, I've been watching him lately.
He's in here right now. Yeah, he just commented. He was on Tom's.
Hello, Terry.
He did a channel chat with Tom, but they had some type of technical difficulty, so Tom did like a speakerphone interview with him. But I've been watching all his videos and trying to comment as much as possible. He's a newer channel, but he seems like he's kind of into the same stuff that we're kind of all into. He got traditionals, he got some moderns. He actually won a raffle of ours and did a video on the winnings. And I think that's how I kind of come across him, was maybe he tagged me or something from him winning something from HHLC. And then he started putting out more content. Now he's doing like multiple shorts a day, trying to do a video every day. And I just enjoy the way he talks and he says some funny stuff, man. He does. He's got some little sayings and things. What about you, Kevin? You've been watching anyone new lately?
Yeah, I have. The same one you could talk about. And Man Stuff there, which you just commented. He's got some good stuff, man. And you know, he's been in the comments a lot, and you know, he has some great content. I try to get in as much as I can, but I've been watching him lately. And like you said too, Sean Fleming, I can't wait till he gets back on here.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been asking about him.
Yeah,
and I'm just ready to get because his videos were getting really good. Like, you've seen a progression of his videos from start, and they kept getting better and better. He was
getting so good with it. Yeah, he'll come back. He'll get back on.
Yeah. So guys, if you're not subbed to the people that we just mentioned, go in there and hit them up and give them a sub and comment and like and subscribe and support these newer guys out there. And Sing It Toad, how many subs do you have right now?
That's a good question. I haven't checked in a little while. I was about 570 when I last looked.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. I haven't checked in a few days, but
so
I'm afraid to check in case it went down.
All that happens. What's your next milestone? Like,
it goes up and down, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess my next milestone would be the 750 mark.
Okay.
At 750 mark, I'll do another giveaway of some sort. And then at the 1,000 mark, I'll do a big giveaway. It'll be like an international thing. So,
okay.
Guys, if you're not subscribed to Singing Toad, subscribe to him too. He has great stuff. Singing Toad's been on here for a little while, and subscribe to Singing Toad.
Yeah, you never know. You might just win a buck knife. Who knows? Just saying.
Yeah. It's like we always give out buck knife. So
maybe I'll change it up and I'll give out a lousy Gerber knife instead. No.
I'll tell you what I ran into. I'll tell you what I ran into today, and I don't know where I put it, but I was showing Kevin. They actually had these little buck Stockman on sale at Walmart. I think this is the 371. Does that sound right?
371 or 373?
371.
Okay. Yep.
So this thing usually sells for a little over $20 at Walmart, and I got it for $15.50 when I was buying a bunch of other blades. And I thought about giving it away, but I got this little semi-buck collection I got over here to the right of me. So I just sent Kevin a text and was like, "Hey, what do you think? Should I maybe just keep this for my collection?" And I showed him the back springs and everything, and he said definitely. So I'm just going to keep this bad puppy since I've only got $15 wrapped up in it. You know,
it's a nice looking knife too.
Yeah, and I did a video on it right before the live today, so I'll probably put that out maybe tonight. I don't know. I've got a couple of videos in the bank from this weekend where I'm trying to I just can't shoot videos through the week. It's nearly impossible for me to do a video during the week.
It's hard. Singing Toad, is there anything you want to promote? I was just gonna say, okay, you got a knife there.
Oh,
yeah.
I just, I don't know. I was just throwing some eye candy up.
There we go. Let's see it.
So this is the Buck Vantage Pro in S30V.
Oh, nice.
So I just thought I would show that because you were showing your Buck 112 with the S30V, and yeah, this also has the S30V, and it's got the flipper tab on it and the thumb opening hole. It's kind of got all the features I like in a modern tactical knife. Deep carry pocket clip, G10 handles, scales.
What is that called?
Sorry, what is what called?
I'm sorry. What was that called?
The Vantage, the Buck Vantage.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a dandy little knife, hollow grind, wicked sharp. This is one of only a half dozen of my knives that's ever bit me. It's an angry little knife, so got to be careful when I fold it shut.
Now, see, when I see pictures of that knife, I always think it's smaller. Like that one there looks like it's pretty decent size.
They do make a smaller one, so
okay.
there's two sizes. And I used to have I actually had the smaller one originally, and it was in the standard 428C. But I gave it as a gift to my father because he didn't own any buck knives, and I was like, well, you can't be my dad and not have a buck knife, so I sent him that, gave him that one, and then I went out and acquired this one, and yeah. The only problem is that it came with like the blade centering is a little bit off. I've been able to fix it so it's mostly centered now, but I don't know if you can see it or not. It's still kind of leaning a little bit to the one side. But when I first got it,
how'd you fix that Singing Toad? That's a pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah,
do you want the long answer or the short answer? There's an excellent video that shows you how to take this thing apart, fix the blade slant, and then put it back together, because that's what I had to do. I had to take the entire thing apart. I had to clean it. All the bearings and stuff came really gummed up from the Buck factory. Yep. Why Buck decided to put like 100 pounds of grease in it, I don't know. But I had to clean it up, and then I had to when I reassembled it, I had to very carefully adjust the way I held it, and then tighten the screws in one at a time, and then I was able to just walk that blade over a little bit. But it was right against rubbing when I first got it, so it doesn't rub anymore.
Good.
So
good.
There is a way to do it, but it takes a bit of work. You got to take the whole darn thing apart and clean it, and then be very meticulous how you reassemble the knife.
Yep.
Well, Kevin, you bought one here. You got a Walmart knife. It's a assisted opening, and it was a little off center, right?
Yeah, I have it. Actually, I got this today. I just picked it up. It was like $5 and something cents. But this one here, this is the knife. It's a 7-inch folding knife. It has stainless steel blade. Blah blah blah. It's not assisted opening, but I thought it looked pretty cool. Like I said, $5 and change. I like the black with the silver, how that looks, together there. Has the torque screws, so you can open and shut. You can open this knife to clean it. There's not a deep carry pocket clip at all on this, so you're gonna be riding this way down here.
I'll take that off. Yeah, take that off there.
That's gonna be sticking out about that, and I don't like that. But what do you want for $5 and change, right? But when I got this knife, so it has a flipper tab, right? When I got this, you couldn't do that. They had this torqued down so tight that I had to actually really put some force into it to untorque that. But this came with the blade centering way off. You can see there, it's way over to one side. So what I did was I had to play with the torque screw, and I got it so it's not rubbing. It has a little bit that it's not rubbing, but when I got it, it was rubbing. But again, for $5 and change, I got it so it operates. Has a nice looking blade on it. Ozark Trail, as you guys know. But you're gonna expect that when you buy a Walmart knife. You got to expect that you're gonna have to play with it. You're gonna have to play with the pivot. I had to oil it, because it was just rough. I mean, you couldn't even flip this thing open, but. You got to expect stuff like that. But yeah, $5 and change, not a bad deal.
And that's why I like these ones, because they got that deep pocket carry clip on them. And like I said, you'll have these probably by Friday next week, I'd assume. But I'm just sending them brand new in the package. That way you can see what they kind of come like and everything, and maybe do video and have all the specs. It's got all the specs on the shit too.
Right.
So
Yeah, I appreciate you sending it. And yeah, thanks, Jerry.
no problem. Well, Singing Toad, what else you got there? Like, as far as traditional wise, do you have what's your favorite traditional? I should say.
Probably I don't know. That's kind of a tough one because up until I got this Queen one that just arrived, I would have probably said it would have been either the Canoe by Rough Rider or where is it here? This little case, this gorgeous little case.
The Pocket Hunter.
Yeah, this thing is. I know it's a little knife here, and it's just a little tiny guy, but I just absolutely love this thing. The fit and finish on it is immaculate. It's just so pretty. And of course, it's the Ithacus pattern, which has the fish on it, which has a special meaning to me. So, so just a reminder of my faith and things like that. So it's just gorgeous little knife, and I don't carry it really. Like I'll carry it around the house, but I'm not going to take it anywhere. Maybe if I went to a fancy occasion like a wedding or something, I might put this in the pocket. But it's a very pretty little knife, and I had no idea this was a vault pattern series when I ordered it too.
Well, now,
actually, Tom from Knife Place, he pointed that out to me.
Yeah, what's the fit and finish like on it? Is the fit and finish kind of up par, or is it
immaculate? Absolutely, the camera's just not going to show it, unfortunately, because
I'll try. We'll give it a shot.
I don't know my lighting.
I
can see the blades are perfectly centered there, and there's absolutely no gapping whatsoever. And it's beautiful. It's a stunning little knife. So I'd say that's probably my favorite one, but I really do like this Queen. When I get a new knife, I'll let my wife hold on to it because she's like super honest with her opinion, right? 'Cause she's not really a knife person. So, and she'll say, I don't like that. Or she'll be like, I like that. And when she held this, she's like, I like this. So sounds
familiar.
So, and just when you hold it in your hand, just the feeling of it's warm, it's nice, so I'm floored, and this was Galen. It was Galen who give this to me. So a subscriber of mine reached out to me and said, "Hey, I want to send you a knife." And actually, he didn't even say knife. He said send me a little something. So I was expecting like maybe some stickers or something. I had no idea who's sending me this. So that's super awesome. So so I don't know. I'd say right now probably the Queen is Cutlery is my favorite next to the Pocket Hunter of my traditionals. But hey, that could change. Next thing that comes along, with us knife guys, right? Our favorite knife is only our favorite till the next one arrives.
Now,
real quick, before we get into the giveaway, I just want to throw a quick shout out real quick to J.O.Ventures. So J.O.Ventures sent me and Big J some slips, and I have to throw him out, throw his name out there real quick. But I'm actually carrying the Case Warrenclyffe the American series in there. But take a look at this slip that he did. It's just fantastic. He puts the lanyard on there and everything, and he just does a great job. So I just wanted to throw his name out there. Thank you very much, J.O. Like I said, you guys are looking for slips, check out J.O.Ventures. Also check out Georgia Adventurer. Both you can't go wrong with either. This is Georgia Adventurer. This is J.O. And you can't go wrong with either of these guys at all. But thank you very much, J.O., for this slip. He sent it actually to fit a Sodbuster Junior, and that's what I was carrying in it. But, just that Warrenclyffe, the case, it just fits so nice in there. So I went with that. But just wanted to throw his channel out there.
Yeah, J.O.'s a great guy. I've got one of his strops.
Oh, yeah.
Is one and only. These are not available, so I'm special because I got this and you guys don't. I'm just kidding. But this was a prototype that he made, and I absolutely love this. I use this every single day. All of my knives get strapped on this.
Nice. And here's the one he sent me. It's just like Kevin's. I just used wax on it all day for 2 days straight, just rubbing it in. The wax I got from Ken at Last Chance Knives, but mine's housing the same bone Sodbuster that Kevin had and showed earlier. And here's my tried and true, the one that rides on my hip every single day from Georgia Adventure. Guys, check out his Etsy channel. It's down in my description of this video, EDC Leatherworks on Etsy. Go check him out. He's got great items on there. and I'm actually looking to pull a trigger on a leather sheath for my Azula 2, and he has one on his store, so I might have to pull the trigger on that one.
If I can add a shout out real quick.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give a shout out to Ken Last Chance Knives. He actually reached out to me and is sending me something as well. I don't exactly know what is coming, but he's just sent me a UPS tracking number, so I'm assuming it's a package. And I do have a speculation as to one item. I want to keep it a surprise when it arrives, but very kind of him to just offer to send that to me. And I offered. I said, hey, let me pay the shipping or give you something in exchange. And he's just sending me this gift, so I'm super excited for that. So Last Chance Knife, Ken, awesome guy.
Yeah, he's got some great oils and waxes and stuff that he's been sending people. So it's some good stuff. I like using it, definitely. I sent some to Kevin too. So
yeah, I just got it. That's actually what I'm going to use on this slip here.
Yep, and I actually am having Jo build a sheath for my marbles expert. I had enough gumption to put it in the mail and send it to him. So he's got it. He sent me some update pictures. He actually got the knife, which really made me feel better. So I'm really anxious to see what he makes of that and everything. So, but guys, it's time. We're going to talk about the giveaway now. Remember, for this one here, we're going to do tickets. Anyone who types the word Kaiser in the live chat will get a ticket. We're going to do that for about 4 weeks, and on the 5th week, we'll draw. And whoever someone draws, they're going to win this Kaiser Roach. This, unfortunately, is probably only going to be able to go to U.S. residents. I'm probably not going to be able to ship this across the border. So, yeah, just put your put Kaiser in the live chat here. And like I said, you can only put it in once. You're only going to get one ticket per episode. And we'll do it for 4 episodes in total. But the first drawing, I'll do mine, and then I'll do the HHLC one, and then Singing Toad has a knife he's going to raffle off. But the winner of the first one is going to get this cool little box cutter. This is from J.O.Ventures. We got the North Star Knife Reviews, who donated this awesome ferro rod. You're also going to get a decal of his as well. We got this killer slip. This was made by J.O.Ventures, but was sent to us by a Jersey Knife Guy. Pete over at Jersey Knife Guy bought this and donated it for us to give away. Randy at EDC Leatherworks. Awesome decal. And of course, we have more swag. Jesse McJames donated some decals as well. He's the one who donated the Kaiser Roach. So thanks to him for that. A JO decal. Another decal that Jesse donated for, we got Redbeard Knife and Tool. He's actually bought a knife from them. And this cool canvas bag that come from EDC Leatherworks. So the winner of this first drawing is going to get all this stuff and swag. So, Singing Toad, do you got a number between 1 and 100 you can write down real quick?
I sure do. Let me just grab my lucky blue marker here.
Okay.
And there we go.
All right. So I'm going to type start in the comments. And when you guys see start, pick a number between 1 and 100. We'll let this run for, I don't know, we'll talk. We'll shoot the bull till probably 1:10, an hour and 10 minutes. So, well, Singing Toad, what else you got? You got any videos that are going to be coming out this week that you've kind of been working on or anything?
Yeah, I've got 4 videos in the tank right now. I've got so I have a response to Thrifty Kniffy. He did the Sinister, not Sinister 6, Synthetic 6. Sinister 6 is bad guys from a Marvel film. Yeah, so Thrifty Kniffy did an open tag that I've just did my response to, and I have to edit that and get that out. Okay. I also have another proper comparison video between the Spirit X by Victorinox and the Leatherman Charge, because I realized in my last video that I did, I actually have not made proper videos of either of those two multi-tools. So
I seen your edit on that where you said that in the editing.
Yeah, and I'm like, see, in my defense, all right, hear me out. I featured those in other videos on my channel, so I thought I had done reviews on them, but I actually hadn't. So I'm going to give them I've got a video of a proper review comparing the two together for those who are interested. And then I've got another video on Thankful Thursday. So that's a new open tag that I started. So I have another Thankful Thursday coming up and pre-recorded. And then I've got another one for another open tag idea that I'm going to be hush hush on for now.
See, my problem, I told Kevin, I was like, I got these open tag ideas, but I'm too busy doing videos for the open tags that are already out there, and I just don't have. Man, me and Kevin, we don't have. I just don't have time through the week to shoot videos, man. I just can't do it.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I get so mad and irritated because I'm
Wish
done.
I could.
It's like come home, eat, go to bed, and that's all.
Yeah, I hear you. And I mean, I'm very busy. I've I got a wife and two younger boys that are just getting into the teenage years, and they're actually being surprisingly quiet right now. So that probably means they're up to no good. But yeah, I film videos whenever I can, and if I can get away with filming 3 in a row real quick, I'll just film all 3. So because it might be a week before I get a video out.
I was apologizing before. I'm not doing that anymore, man. I was before I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I can't, you know what? At the end of the day, if I can't get them out, I can't get them out. Right. So it's just, what I do is I get them out there when I can get them out there. And that's all I can do.
We give so much back to the knife community anyway. So with this show and people donating and guys, we are blessed at these guys who are donating. So
100%.
It is awesome. All right. So we're going to hit stop here in the comments. So, Toad, what number did you have, bud? 81.
81.
Kevin was paying close attention to the comments. I seen him over there. His eyes were on him.
I was. And a lot. We got Folk Doozle at 77. We actually have EDC at 78.
Brand New American got 84.
Okay. So he's the closest so far. And it looks like that's going to be, he did that for Georgia Adventurer.
Georgia Adventure.
He did that 84 for Georgia Adventurer. That's what Brand New American did.
Okay.
So I think that is the closest.
So Georgia Adventure, you're the lucky winner. I tell you what, and Georgia, we'll talk about it, but I'd like to send you something besides your bag and decal back. And Georgia, if you're cool with it, I'll get you these items and then the swag that doesn't belong to you. And I'm going to throw something a little extra in there because you are, man, that guy gives so much.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to actually, Georgia, congratulations, brother. I'm going to throw something in from something I have as well. So be on the lookout for that.
He is so deserving, and I got all this stuff that I'm never going to use, and I'm going to find something special to send his way. I got a matter of fact, I just seen something out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, I bought that stupid knife, and I haven't even opened it.
I got something up my sleeve for him, yeah.
So, hey, Georgia Adventure, I'm going to send you something cool. I hope you like it, along with the other stuff as well. So that's the end of that raffle. Now, guys, remember, put the word Kaiser in the comments if you want a ticket. We're going to do this for 4 weeks straight, okay? And whoever gets the raffle ticket drawing, you're going to win this Kaiser Roach. So Singing Toad has something that he wants to give away. So let's let him show what he's got there.
So this is the Buck 311 Kingsman, and let me show it this way here. It is it's a folding liner lock knife. Actually, hold on a sec. I have one of my own right over here somewhere. Wrong drawer. Where is it here? Where is it? I should have been more prepared. There we go. So this is what it looks like out of the package. So it does have a deep carry pocket clip. It is a liner lock, and it's in a 420 J2 steel.
Oh wait, hold on before we talk. We said we had
He's saying it's a tie.
Oh,
who's the tie? Hold on, let's see who the tie was with.
Who was the tie with?
I don't know.
Give me a second.
I had 84, which was 3 away, right?
Yep. 84 was 3 away, and then we had 77 from
77 and 84. Yeah.
That's it. That was that's right. I said that. Yep.
78 and 84. So Thrifty says, who had 78?
Give me one second. I'm looking.
He always mess these up.
I'm scrolling back through looking too.
Who had 78?
I don't see a 78.
Yeah. Oh, EDC. Whoever EDC is.
Oh, he does. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, we got 78 EDC. So we'll do a runoff. So Toad, put a number between 1 and 10 down on your thing there.
Oh, 1 and 10. All right.
Sorry, I can't count.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All
It's
right.
not easy to keep up with everything.
Hey, EDC and Georgia, pick a number between 1 and 10. And I'm still gonna send something to Georgia because I gotta get him something for sending us all this stuff.
Same
So
here.
we're gonna have a knife off. Georgia and EDC, a number between 1 and 10.
So EDC has 8.
So Georgia, pick a number between 1 and 10.
I actually haven't seen Georgia commenting lately, so I'm hoping he's still on here. There he is, 7.
Okay, what was it, Toad? It was 7. So Georgia got it. Okay. Hey guys, I'm not gonna lie. Keeping up with the numbers and stuff, it's not my repertoire, I should say. So
it's not like we're computers, right? Like, you know.
So Singing Toad has this buck knife he's gonna give away.
Yeah, so sorry. So that's what it looks like out of the package.
Okay.
So like I said, it's a liner lock. It has I think there's some type of a nylon scales, deep carry pocket clip, easy one-handed opening, beautiful little knife. And these are, as far as I know, they're an exclusive partnership between Buck and Canadian Tire. So,
okay.
So I've been told that you can't find them anywhere in the U.S. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, if you're in the United States and you happen to win this knife, well, then you'll have one. Good luck to everyone. This is open to United States and Canada only, I'm afraid. And once you win, you will need to email me your address so I can ship it out to you.
I'm going to put something funny in the comments here real quick.
Should I look away?
I'll say I don't numbers good. But anyway, so Toad, go ahead and pick a number between 1 and 100.
All right.
So Georgia is asking that we send it to Watch City Knives, which I don't have a problem with at all.
No problem with that at all.
And Georgia, I'm still going to send you something.
Yeah, he's still gonna get something. That's right.
I'm going to send him something. I just see this knife over here, and I'm like, I got to get rid of that thing.
All right, I got my number.
All right, so you guys are going to see start in the chat here. Yeah, so when you see the word start, pick a number between 1 and 100.
Yeah, that was a little bit my fault, man, because I was watching the. I just that one number stuck. It snuck in.
All right, guys, a number between 1 and 100. We'll let it run here probably till about 119 or something. So look, we got Terry's knife and man stuff 64, 47. We got a couple at 47, so 68. Kirby's in the house. Man, that Kirby Creek outfit, he talks me into buying some buck knives. I'll tell you that. Between him and you and Pete.
Knife Delights 37, MBEDC 49 for Randy WSG. 67 for Jervs.
All this stuff here needs to go to Watch City Knives.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to send something to Georgia Adventure just for the hell of it. Because, man, I tell you what, these guys, Georgia and J.O., I mean, they probably give more than they sell. I mean, I've never been, it's so, I can't thank them enough, honestly, because when me and you started this thing, I had no idea it was going to run like this, and people sending us stuff to give away and people actually watching us talk about these knives. And it's just been a blessing, to be honest with you.
It's been a blessing to receive everything for the channel. It's also a blessing to be able to give everything away as well. That's also, we do this, Yeah,
it's crazy.
Every week. We do it every week. So it is a blessing.
All right. So guys, remember a number between 1 and 100. I'm going to let it run for about another 22 seconds. But yeah, and our thoughts and prayers are with Watch City Knives. I'm just hoping he gets back in the saddle. I know he's probably anxious to get back in the saddle, start making some vids and being a part of the community. And Georgia says, my wife wants to make some Case XX Hanks for y'all. Well, I'll tell you what, I was looking at some on your Etsy page yesterday. As me and Fair were going somewhere. We were at some cheese festival or something. And I was looking at them, and they look awesome. I'm not going to lie. They do look awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to put stop in the chats here.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see who won this awesome buck knife that Singing Toad has brought to the table here. So, Singing Toad, what's the number?
57. All right, we got Terry's Knives and Man Stuff at 64.
We should ask Thrifty just to tell us who won.
We got Jeff Jackson at 58.
Thrifty's holding the ruler and slapping his hand right now.
Sogrunk at 57.
What was the number again?
57.
57. We got Sogrunk with 57.
Oh, then he won. If no one
Yeah,
else,
he's right on the money.
He's right on the money.
Yeah, and Sog's been getting a lot more of these buck and case knives. So it looks like Sogrunk is the big winner.
Yep.
So, Toad, what I can do, I have Sog's address.
I actually have it as well.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah, I did a sticker swap with him not too long ago, so I actually have his address. So yeah, awesome, Sogrunk. So very cool. So I'll be sending that your way very shortly.
Yeah, and I've got Sean's for Watch City Knives. I got his address, so I'll get him all this stuff. And but yeah, let's get okay. So Sog's a winner. Congratulations, Sog. That guy, he come on our happy hour live chat and gave away probably $450 worth of stuff, I would assume.
Yep.
Remember that, Kevin?
Yes, I do.
I couldn't believe it. And
it was unreal.
And it went to another guy in his home state who was part of a group that Sog is part of. Because Sog was asking me, he's like, "Do you know who this guy is?" And I'm like, "I don't know who he is." But he had actually come and watched that live because Sog had promoted it so much. And then that guy went, he's like, "Hey, Sog, I'm so-and-so." And Sog knew exactly who he was and everything. So it was
that was an unbelievable giveaway. An unbelievable giveaway.
Yes, it was. And since then, we try to get as much as we can. So, but I'm telling you what, this the stuff that we have, like the stuff that North Star made, that ferro rod and these slips and the bag that Georgia Adventure sent and the swag, and of course I can't not mention this Kaiser Roach. Again, put Kaiser as a comment, guys, if you want a ticket. So what else you got to show there, Toad? What else do you have? Show us something that maybe you only break out every once in a while, but you're like, hey, this is kind of a go-to. Why should I not carry this more often? Because I got some knives like that, and I'm like, I pick it up, and I'm like, I used to carry this all the time, and I'm kind of glad I'm carrying it right now. But anything like that?
That would actually be the Buck Matrix.
Okay.
And this is another Canadian Tire exclusive Buck knife, and it is a liner lock. Now I did add the quick stud to it. It doesn't come with the quick stud. It actually comes with no thumb studs whatsoever, but I thought because it's a liner locking knife, it would make sense to have easy one-handed opening. So, and it also has the deep carry pocket clip, which is very similar to the 311 Kingsman.
Nice.
And yeah, this is a knife that every now and again when I go through rummaging through my drawer here and I look at it and I'm like, why don't I carry this thing? And then I wind up putting it back for some reason. But yeah, cool little knife.
Yeah. Mine's one that I break out once in a while that I don't really carry that often is this 940. I bought, actually my wife and son I think got this for me as a gift, and it's just a smooth operating blade. Once in a while,
when you sent that to me, I couldn't believe the action on that knife.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's but the fidget on that. Wow.
Well, I'll tell you what's even better is this aluminum bug out.
Oh yeah, I know.
I mean, This thing just sucks itself shut. I mean,
yeah, that's a nice knife.
Yeah. What do we
got? Singing Toad.
This is the Kubi Drake. This is one that every now and again finds its way into my pocket.
It's a big boy, huh?
Yeah. And it too is drop shutty action as well. It's very, very nice.
It's a nice blade.
It's in AUS 10, and it's actually designed by a Ukrainian designer, Max. And I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his last name because I don't want to butcher his last name. But anyway, it's this is one of those knives that when I got it, I was like, much the same as the Buck 112 Ranger. It's like it's just molded perfectly for my hand. It just fits my hand perfectly, and it's just super comfortable to carry.
It's a nice knife.
It is kind of like mean and scary looking. So
yeah. And Jesse put something good. He says, my wife says y'all should do a pink knife giveaway for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. She'll donate a knife. And I'm a supporter of that. Sarah's mother passed away due to that. She fought it for I think 3 or 4 times, and then finally got sick from the actual medication that the radiation and the chemo and everything ended up getting her. But her dad's barn sits right along the road, and it is painted. They had a guy come in who painted barns, and it's in memory of breast cancer awareness.
That's nice.
So
that's nice.
I'll have to do a picture of that and kind of maybe when we do the if you do get a pink knife. I know they make a Buck Bantam in pink.
Yep.
Maybe,
I was already thinking that.
Yeah, maybe myself or his wife can find one of those, and I'll get a picture on my phone, or maybe find a way to show it on the live here, that barn.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it is a great idea, because all the sports do it and everything. So that is, thanks very much for that, Jesse. I do like that. So
great idea.
And I tell you what, you donate the pink knife, you're getting the plum axe I just bought yesterday for free, that I showed you a picture of. So I picked up an axe yesterday and sent him a picture of it right away, and so I'll do a little swap with you. Or maybe I need to add something in on the mix. I don't know.
Guys, I'm at the gas station today. Real quick story, right? I told Jerry about this already, but I'm at the gas station. I'm pumping gas real quick, but I seen a guy out there, and I seen his pocket knife in his pocket. He had the clip hanging out. So I always start up conversation. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "What kind of blade you carrying today?" And he looks at me. We start talking, and he whips this knife out. Right? I couldn't believe it. He whips out the onset knife, the 040 buck onset, and he goes like this. He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I got the buck 40 onset." I said, "Man," I said, that's a fantastic knife." I was like, "I have it in black." He had it in actually green. And we started conversating, and it's good to make conversations. Sometimes you can meet people like that. And he said he's on YouTube and stuff, but it's just funny how you can meet people and start a conversation just over a knife like that. But this is a knife that I don't think gets a lot of credit. This is a monster of a knife, guys. The 040 onset. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, seen it, but this is a big blade on this knife. You got stainless steel on this end over here. You got your G10 over here. This is in S45 VN.
Ooh.
Just a nice knife. But just the way that we started conversation today, I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, I couldn't believe that you pulled out a buck. I have a channel I do a lot of buck content on, and we started talking and stuff. But that was pretty cool. That was earlier today.
Yeah, and he's going to sub to our channels, isn't he?
Yeah.
He might be in here right now, actually.
That's why I brought it up.
Oh, Jesse said his wife found a pink shade she dug out. So, yeah, bring it on over and you get the axe, bud. We'll do a heads-up swap. No problemo. So, Toad, what else you got there? You got anything else really cool sitting there that you kind of pulled out just to show on this live and we haven't got to it yet? Because I know people do. They sit stuff out and kind of have things pretty close to grab and things like that.
It's not a buck, but it's the Ontario Rat #1, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh wow, it's a Rat 1," but to me, it's an exciting knife because I had never owned an Ontario knife before, so very, very cool and very, very inexpensive. So, and it's a shame that this company went out of business, So this is now like a collector's piece essentially. So,
yeah, and I'm going to tell you something. I have an old video of an Ontario knife. Gosh, let me dig it out here real quick. I actually had a sheath made for this one before I even knew J.O. and them guys existed. But this is the TAC 1. And I put this video out a long time ago. And I just got this random comment out of nowhere. And it gives you notifications when people comment, right? So I pull it up and the guy's like, "Hey, how much do you want for that knife?" He was trying to buy it from me. And I'm like, "Dude, I'm not gonna sell this. The company's going out of business, and this is a TAC 1 with look at the edge I put on that.
That's beautiful.
But it's it's a bulky knife, but I had this killer sheath made for it. This sheath cost me $75 to have it made. So the sheath's almost worth as much as the knife is, but I got the box for it and everything. I got the original sheath too, but those original sheaths they're trash.
Big J, you're getting a visitor tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Jesse. Yeah, he asked if I was off on Labor Day. I'm a state employee. What do you think? I'm a civil servant. I don't work on holidays. Anyway, hey Toad, what else you got to plug here, real quick? You got anything else you want to plug as far as like your channel, Instagram, anything like that?
Just that's where you can find me. My channel, obviously, Singing Toad. I'm on Instagram. I think I'm the Singing Toad on Instagram. I forget what exactly my Instagram name is. But I'm on the Instagrams there. And those are kind of the two best ways to get a hold of me is either directly through my channel or through Instagram, or obviously emailing me. And my information is always in the description box of all my videos. It's always at the end of my videos on a title card. And I also have it on my about section on my page too. So if you're ever wondering how to get a hold of me, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I was going to just say that I do have a traditional buck knife, and that's the 303 Cadet Stockman. And this was kind of like the first traditional knife that I ever got, I think. And it was actually I'm blaming Tom from Knife Delights for this one, because he speaks so highly of these these buck knives, the traditionals. So I went ahead and got this guy, and I really like it. It's got the pulls on it are very soft, but it does hold the blade nicely. It doesn't want to just snap shut on you. So plus it's got this kind of like a little ramp there on the front. So I mean, when you put your finger there, it's not going to fold shut on you. You're going to feel it folding shut and be able to not allow it to happen. So but yeah, and it's neat because it's got 3 back springs. So each blade has its own back spring, which most other stockmans have 2 back springs, and one of these two of these blades are sharing a back spring, and they tend to rub against each other, where this has no blade rubbing whatsoever because there's enough space for them to all fit in there correctly. So it's kind of an interesting design, and I just thought I would just make mention of that. I just like this little knife, and it's a fun little knife. So what's Thrifty Kniffy saying here? Something about you should all mention Discord.
Forget about the Discord.
Oh yeah, we have a Discord channel. That's right. I always forget about that. It's actually Slippy's Discord channel, but I guess we all kind of own it, to tell you the truth. Come check us out on the Discord, Slippy's Sanitarium. I don't have a link readily available for that, but if any of you guys want to join that, you can email me and I can send you the Discord link. It's always on Slipjoint Sawyer's channel, by the way. He always puts it up there. So does Thrifty Kniffy. Come check out that. We're a bunch of goofballs on the Discord chat. We talk knives and other silly things.
So Kevin,
looks like Randy WFG just put it up there. There we go. Thanks, Randy.
Hold on, let's put it up here, and we'll let Kevin. Kevin, you got any comments to make here as we end the show?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, just, as always, guys, thank you for being here. And Singing Toad, man, this is a long time coming. Like I said, ever since that we did that live on RJ's Live, I took a liking to you, man. You have a great channel. You have a lot of things going on now within the community. And, just it's a pleasure having you on here. Like I said, ever since we did that on RJ's Live, man, I was talking to Big J, and I was like, we got to get him on here for a show. And he's like, absolutely. So just a pleasure having you on here, man. And
I appreciate that very, very much. When you guys reached out to me, I was like, yeah, absolutely. I want to be on the show for sure. And you know what? I feel really bad, but you and I still have not done a sticker swap yet, Kevin. we need to fix that.
What, the sticker swap, right?
Yeah, I need some of your stickers, and I need to send you some of mine.
I'll hit you up right after this.
Awesome, because I definitely want to do that. Right after this. I want to put you on my board, man.
Same here.
All right, guys. Well,
absolutely. I actually have one sticker until I get some more. I'll give you the last sticker I have.
And I got one left. But I got to throw some thanks out here of Georgia Adventure, EDC Leatherworks. Guys, you don't understand how giving he is. Jersey Knife Guy. Always thinks about other people. We got gifts from him still. J.O.Ventures. Another great one. He just sent me a box this week. North Star Knife Reviews. Those awesome ferro rods he made.
Those are cool.
Yeah. And then, of course, Jesse McJames. He's donated swag. He donated the Kaiser that will be, again, you got to put the word Kaiser in the live chats, and you get 1 ticket per episode, and then we're going to run it for 4 weeks. The 5th week, we'll draw a name. So, guys, that's it. This is the show. Singing Toad will definitely have a round 2 because I know you have a lot more to show.
Yep.
So
Oh,
don't
for
worry
sure.
about that.
That's not even like 1% of my collection.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you back on. So don't worry about that. You're definitely this. I think it went very well tonight. And the next time we can just show Blaze as opposed to really kind of filling out your channel and things like that. And but yeah, guys, sub to Singing Toad. He's at. We need to get him over 1,000.
Yeah, give
So
him a
that's his
sub,
goal.
guys. Give him a sub. We have plenty of people in here. If you're not subscribed to Singing Toad, give him a sub. He deserves it.
All right, guys.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Well, with that being said, I want to wish everyone a happy Labor Day out there, and don't drink too many cold ones. I should say.
Happy Labor Day, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.